Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today, before I get into it, I'd just like to say the Q&A is coming up. I have been reading the comments and someone said please do a Q&A, so that will be coming up really soon. Maybe next video, maybe the video after, not really sure yet, but that's coming, I promise. I've got a few questions for it. If you guys have any extra questions, then feel free to put them in the comments, but if not, enjoy the video. So basically, it's not going to be the funnest rant ever. It's kind of going to be a bit on the sadder side, but whatever. So YouTube, I'm going to be talking about YouTube, and I love YouTube. It's a really fun place where you can put random videos. It doesn't take much talent at all. Trust me, I do not have much talent, and it also gives an opportunity for people to play or do whatever they want as a job. Which is reasonably obvious for like people like, I don't know, really big YouTubers. It just gives kind of a fun job to do, which people enjoy rather than going to a normal office job. But anyway, I was going to talk about how YouTube has kind of changed, and there may have been a few other videos on this subject, but I thought I'd add myself to the pile and basically say where I stand from it and what I think about it. You may want to hear, you may not care at all, but I think that nowadays YouTube, way back, I used to watch YouTube a long time ago. I actually started off watching Stampy. You probably know him. I know, yeah, whatever. I know people don't like him, but that's just the truth. I started off watching Stampy, and I'm sure some of you guys did. But anyway, back then, people didn't have as many subscribers, meaning that it was hard to kind of get a job. You'd have to be reasonably out there to get a job, because YouTube was still in its stages of, you know, preparing whatever. And I was around about 10 years old. Let's say 10 years old. Basically, where am I going with this? YouTube, back then, there was nothing to kind of complain about. Everybody was kind of happy. It was a good community. People had slightly large communities, but no one ever picked on each other. Nobody really cared about money on YouTube. And now people have started to get into the suing side of YouTube, and suing is probably an extreme measure, I would say, which is being thrown out unnecessarily to YouTubers. Some of them may be guilty, some of them may be innocent. You know what? I don't really care, to be honest. I just hope the people who aren't guilty come to justice, as they're not guilty. They shouldn't be, you know, whatever. And people just seem to pick on each other more often. And these, you guys, a good example of this is pranks. The word kind of prank is when someone kind of pulls a funny joke on you and no one gets hurt, and then they say like, oh, it was a prank, it was funny, everyone laughs it off. But when it's like a prank where somebody gets hurt, or I don't know, you know, it's just ridiculous. Or like a ridiculous like hostage prank or something. That's just an example. And it's kind of ridiculous. Now, some of them may be staged, fake. That's the next thing I want to talk about. Now people have realized that they can make a lot of money off of pranks. People enjoy watching them. So now they think, oh, well, I might as well do pranks and fake them, because if I can fake them, make them more, but still keep them at a realistic distance, but make them a bit better and how people enjoy them to get loads of views, then, you know, it gets them more money. That's what they want. They want more views, they want more money, and that's just kind of how it goes. And I don't blame them. I really don't blame them, seeing as it's such a saturated audience nowadays on YouTube. People like, for example, me, I'm not big at all, and I get pushed to the bottom of the pile. I know I am obviously bigger than some people, very, actually, a reasonable percentage, and I'm not saying that as like, oh, I've got more subscribers than you, whatever. I'm saying that as in people have got 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, and I am extremely lucky to even be able to reach 1,000, because it is a big milestone for a YouTuber. Even though it's not that many people, but it's like enough to fill up a school. And that's kind of a big achievement for me. And by the way, guys, I'm sorry this might be going on a bit long, but yeah, whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's YouTube has just become very like, for example, the Ellen Show, PewDiePie, you know, big TV shows. They're coming in, they're dominating YouTube. They take the limelight because they know YouTube understands that they're going to be bringing in the audience, and that's understandable. Seeming as they make a lot of money, that's very understandable. And I understand they're a business, and I understand all of this, but why wouldn't they put some of the smaller YouTubers on the front page rather than the big ones? Now, I know that smaller YouTubers obviously don't have the equipment unless you've got rich parents or something. Maybe you don't, I don't know. I don't know the situation you're in. Or maybe, I don't know the situation you're in. But some people have more things than others. I just have a PlayStation to play off of, and I recently got a computer which is 3 years old, which used to be the family's computer, which I'm extremely grateful for, and it still works. It's very laggy, but it still works, which I am very happy about. Oh, go in there. Oh my days. Anyway, so yeah, YouTube has gotten too saturated, has gotten too thick with the bigger YouTubers at the top, stealing all the views, and the smaller YouTubers are down in the bottom, not getting many views. And I'm sure there's someone out there, if you're watching this video, like, they're thinking, I never get any views. I work hard. I've been doing this for a year, 2 years, 3 years. And I never get any views, and that is understandable. That's not new. YouTube just pushes you down to the bottom of the pile, and I'm not saying that whatever, but they just push you down to the bottom of the queue, and I don't know, I think they should more or less drag them up to the tops to get them to get the views and bring people up. But you know, it's all understandable. And also drama, the last subject I'm going to touch on. There's plenty more to touch on, trust me, and there's plenty more videos which you can go watch about it. But drama, if you don't know, there's a show called Drama Alert. You probably know it. I am subscribed to him. I think some of his evidence could be true, but some of it is so badly edited, and I know loads of people have said that, but I've had a look at it myself without them showing me a picture of it, and it does look extremely edited and extremely wrong. And I feel like Drama Alert does slightly change things to whatever it kind of wants to fit the views and stuff like that. But not only that, there's been a lot of things like YouTubers going after other YouTubers, and it's just very sad. And I think we should be able to get along with each other, but that's just not the case anymore. Obviously, people try and get big off of posting a comment saying something witty like, "Oh, subscribe to me," and I don't know, anything you want. Subscribe to me and you get 1,000 years of luck, which obviously is not true, unless whatever. But they get some subscribers off of that, and I think that's completely fair. Now you may be thinking, "Oh, but I don't want them coming into my comment section and taking all my subscribers," but it's YouTube's fault. YouTube has forced people to find their own way onto, you know, getting bigger on YouTube, and obviously the key is just to upload and upload and upload until you get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you know, it just needs to change. Something needs to change, because it's getting slightly ridiculous. Obviously, if it doesn't change, I still love you, YouTube. You're still awesome. And I'll continue to upload videos even if I get 50 views maximum on my videos, because sometimes it's not about the views, it's not about the money. In absolute truthfulness, I have only made 17p, and every time I don't upload, which is so unfair, that 17p goes down. So if I work 1 month in a row and I get like 30p or something, you know, from now onwards, and then I stop for like a week, all that money goes down to about 5p. It's ridiculous. For the amount of money, they can't even spare like 30p. That's like like ridiculous. That genuinely is ridiculous. But I know this has been a bit of a long video, guys, so if you ever watched to the end, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, and if you haven't already subscribed to Epic Daily Content, or at least I try and get it to I'm trying to get it to every day, but it's hard. It really is. School is getting pressurized more and more as the days goes on. Never heard of GCSEs? I guess you can look them up, but they're very, you know, pressured and whatever. And I know I've got a while to go to GCSEs, but they're, if you're in my school, you'd understand they're starting to tighten the grip slightly on it. But anyway, enough about me. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.